Welcome to another Walter Football video. I'm Charlie Campbell, Senior Draft Analyst. Before we get rolling here, I suggest you click into the settings, speed it up to 1.25 or 1.5. All right, let's get into this week's topic. It's the highest graded player on NFL teams' preseason watch list, according to some NFL advanced scouts. Not everyone, but I found this really interesting. And that player is Georgia edge rusher Adam Anderson. Really interesting because he was the player with the highest preseason grade, but he was a backup last year. More of a rotational player, I guess would be a better way to say it than backup. But with Azeez Ojulari being a tough run defender, he was on the field in rundowns. Anderson was more of a DPR, designated pass rusher, coming in obvious pass rushing situations, but he was tremendous in that role. He flashed in previous seasons, but last year he had 6.5 sacks. Just as a part-time player, was really putting a ton of pressure on the quarterback. I watched some of his tape, and man, is he fun to watch. He is just a bolt of lightning off the ball. His speed, his get-off the ball, that first step quickness and explosion kind of reminded me of Von Miller. And then when you look at his frame, he's 6'5", probably about 230 pounds, can really bend. It's a shocking bending ability for an edge rusher that tall and that long. Kind of looked like a better version of Leonard Floyd in a way to me, but he was just a phenomenal speed rusher for Georgia, and his ability to get after the quarterback and how fast he is off the ball. He looks like he could be a dynamic quarterback hunter in the NFL. The NFL is a passing-driven league. Obviously, the SEC has evolved. It's not the 3-yard cloud of dust conference that it used to be. We saw last year with Mac Jones and Kyle Trask just lighting it up through the air and leading those teams to the SEC championship. Now you have Lane Kiffin, Matt Corral, the quarterback at Ole Miss, with a big year throwing the ball. Mike Leach obviously is bringing his offense to Mississippi State, so the conference is evolving. And I think that's going to help Anderson have a bigger season as a senior. Obviously, Ojulari's moved on to the NFL, was a second-round pick by the Giants, but Georgia was just loaded at the edge rush position. So Anderson was caught in a rotation of a bunch of five-star guys, not just Ojulari and him, but Nolan Smith, another edge rusher, early-round potential, has a five-star recruit. Jermaine Johnson had a really good season for Georgia as well as a rotational guy, and now he transferred to Florida State, but he could be a first-round pick. I have him in the first round of my current mock draft heading into this season. So they just were loaded with 4 guys that are really talented, and Ojulari was the most experienced of them, so you can understand why the coaches maybe trusted him more, and he was tough in the ground game. So that's the thing that Anderson needs to show as a senior, aside from continuing to put pressure on the quarterback and maintaining consistency there. But he needs to get better as a run defender, show that he has the strength to hold up on the edge, set the edge, contribute there. He doesn't have to be a stud as a run defender. He's going to get drafted because he's such a lightning fast speed rusher, but he needs to show that he can hold his own, and he's not going to be just a complete liability in the ground game. So that was really interesting to me, that a player that was basically a rotational DPR ended up with the highest preseason grade according to some advanced scouts. So I think this year he's going to have a huge year. The SEC's throwing the ball more. He's going to get after the quarterback, show that strength, be an every down player probably for Georgia, and then I think the sack total will continue to rise. And I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes a super hot prospect this fall in terms of the big national media and draft media talking about him. But NFL teams are already really high on him with a great first impression there. So that was really interesting to me. They all more on him. The NFL advanced scouts projecting him to run a 4.5 flat 40-yard dash, which is a tremendous time for an edge rusher. And once he does combine training, that'd probably get faster. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he's in the 4.4s, even in the 4.3s, similar to what we saw this past year with Micah Parsons, Jason Owe at Penn State, Jalen Phillips at Miami crushed his pro day as well. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if Anderson just puts up some crazy numbers in the workouts before the draft as well. So he's really an intriguing player. I suggest you guys go check him out. Really fun to watch. You can read the Hot Press article I did on this. The link is down below. Mock draft is updated. Lots of new additions there, looking over preseason grades and bringing those players up. So some new names in there. Check out Walt's season previews. They're awesome. It's got all 32 teams up now. So check those out along with the rookie forecast, where I look at the rookie class and kind of project how these guys are going to pan out. So a lot of stuff there on Walter Football. Get you guys ready for training camp. Looking ahead to the season, we'll have a ton more. I got preseason scouting reports going up as well. Position rankings getting updated as I work through the team's preseason watch list, so you can check all that out. And if you want to look back at the last draft, you can look at the Why the Slide, Why Undrafted, our draft awards. Really good stuff there. I really like it. So anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a great summer. I'll be back with you soon. Got a lot more coming out, so keep checking back to Walter Football. We'll keep the videos coming up as well. Take care, guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Please like it, subscribe, and share. All that stuff helps us out. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Best wishes. Take care. Be back with you soon.